Hello friends, welcome to the another video of safety of KUKA robot. Let's continue from the additional protective equipment. Jog mode. In the operating modes T1 manual reduced velocity and T2 manual high velocity. The robot controller can only execute programs in jog mode. This means that it is necessary to hold down an enabling switch and the start key in order to execute a program. Releasing the enabling switch triggers a safety stop 2. Pressing the enabling switch down fully, panic position, triggers a safety stop 1. Releasing the start key triggers a stop 2. Software limit switches. The access ranges of all manipulator and positioner access are limited by means of adjustable software limit switches. These software limit switches only serve as machine protection and must be adjusted in such a way that the manipulator positioner cannot hit the mechanical end stops. The software limit switches are set during commissioning of industrial robot. Further information is contained in the operating and programming instructions. Mechanical end stops. Depending on the robot variant, the axis ranges of the main and wrist axis of the manipulator are partially limited by mechanical end stops. Additional mechanical end stops can be installed on the external axis. Notice, if the manipulator or an external axis hits an obstruction or a mechanical end stop or axis range limited, this can result in material damage to the industrial robot. The manipulator must be taken out of operation and KUKA roboter GmbH must be consulted before it is put back into operation. Mechanical axis range limitation. Some manipulators can be fitted with mechanical axis range limitation in axis A1 to A3. The adjustable axis range limitation systems restrict the working ranges to the required minimum. This increases personal safety and protection of the system. In the case of manipulators that are not designed to be fitted with mechanical axis range limitation, the workspace must be laid out in such a way that there is no danger to persons or material property, even in the absence of mechanical axis range limitation. If this is not possible, the workspace must be limited by means of photoelectric barriers, photoelectric curtains or obstacles on the system side. There must be no shearing or crushing hazards at the loading and transfer areas. This option is not available for all robot models. Information on specific robot models can be obtained from KUKA Roboter GmbH. Axis range monitoring. Some manipulators can be fitted with dual channel axis range monitoring system in main axis A1 to A3. The positioner axis may be fitted with additional axis range monitoring systems. The safety zone for an axis can be adjusted and monitored using an axis range monitoring system. This increases personal safety and protection of the system. This option is not available for all robot models. Information on specific robot models can be obtained from KUKA Roboter GmbH. Devices for moving the manipulator without the robot controller. Description. The following devices are available for moving the manipulator after an accident or malfunction. Release device. The release device can be used for the main axis drive motors and depending on the robot variant, also for the wrist axis drive motors. Brake release device. The brake release device is designed for robot variants whose motors are not freely accessible. The devices are only for use in exceptional circumstances and emergencies. Example, for freeing people. These options are not available for all robot models. Information on specific robot models can be obtained from KUKA Roboter GmbH. Caution. The motors reach temperatures during operation which can cause burns to the skin. Contact must be avoided. Safety precautions must be taken. Example, protective gloves must be worn. Procedure. Moving the manipulator with the release device. Switch off the robot controller and secure it to prevent unauthorized person from switching it on again. Remove the protective cap from the motor. Push the release device onto the corresponding motor and move the axis in the desired direction. The directions are indicated with arrows on the motors. It is necessary to overcome the resistance of the mechanical motor brake and any other loads acting on the axis. Warning: moving an axis with the release device can damage the motor brake. This can result in personal injury and material damage after using the release device. The motor must be exchanged. Warning: if a robot axis has been moved by the release device, all robot axes must be remastered. Serious injuries or damage to property may otherwise result. Procedure: moving the manipulator with the brake release device. Warning: use of the brake release device may result in unexpected robot motions, especially sagging of the axis. During use of the brake release device, attention must be paid to motion of this kind in order to be able to prevent physical injuries or damage to property. Standing under moving axis is not permitted. Switch off the robot controller and secure it to prevent unauthorized persons from switching it on again. Connect the brake release device to the base frame of the robot. Unplug connector X30 from interface A1. Plug connector X20 of the brake release device into interface A1. Select the brakes to the released main axis or wrist axis via the selection switch on the brake release device. Press the button on the handheld device. The brakes of the main axis or wrist axis are released and the robot can be moved manually. Further information about the brake release device can be found in the documentation for the brake release device. Labeling on the industrial robot. All plates, labels, symbols and marks constitute safety relevant parts of the industrial robot. They must be modified or removed. Labeling on the industrial robot consists of identification plates, warning labels, safety symbols, designation labels, cable markings, rating plates. Further information is contained in the technical data of the operating instructions or assembly instructions of the components of the industrial robot. That's it for today's video. In the next video, we'll continue from the external safety.